Okay, hi everybody, I'm Ken Georgetti, President of the Canadian Labour Congress. We're pleased to join with the Ontario Federation of Labour, the Canadian Civil Liberties Association today in raising grave concerns about the restrictions on our basic democratic rights to be imposed during the G8 and G27 summits. We have a right to free speech, peaceful demonstrations of opposition at these meetings. World leaders need to hear our concerns. The recession is not over. High unemployment still haunts millions of workers who lost their jobs. Workers demand that good jobs be created and public services not be sacrificed to pay for a disaster that ordinary people had nothing to do with. We want world leaders to talk about ending the crushing poverty, fighting HIV/AIDS, and halting climate change, not about belt tightening. We want G20 to introduce a financial transaction tax to clean up the mess they created, just like BP has to clean up the mess they created. The financial industry should be made to clean up their mess too. They have to pay not only to clean up the mess they made, but make sure that when they do it again, citizens and their governments around the world don't have to bail them out again, because they will do it again. That's guaranteed. They just can't help themselves. But instead of respecting citizens' rights to be heard about these issues, our Canadian federal government has ordered an intimidating set of security measures by police and armed forces. That's unacceptable in a Canadian democracy. Spending $1 billion on security for events attended by a handful of people in a few days is simply obscene. That $1 billion spent on massive security measures, the same amount, for example, that Canadians need to spend to lift 1.6 million seniors out of poverty for an entire year. That same $1 billion could raise 1.6 million citizens to income levels of $15,000 a year to a modest level of support. But that's not going to happen. And rather than help our vulnerable citizens, the federal government will hurt democracy by building fences, by jamming cell phones, and using offensive weapons like sonic sound cannons to drown out legitimate voices of protest. That's why we are taking legal action to attempt to extreme measure the unnecessary security measures that can only embarrass our country around the world while violating basic democratic rights. Thank you.